Good evening, everyone. This is Bill the Drone Reviewer, and we are live. We are on Bill the Drone Reviewer Limited Edition, and I have a very special video that I want to share for you tonight. Everybody knows, the COVID-19 situation that's currently going on in our country, and you can see I'm by myself tonight. Ron and Marcus aren't here. We'll be on Tuesday. You can probably look for us tomorrow night on ZinoNation. I more than likely will be on, joining Ron and Marcus. Tuesday night we'll be on Rotor Talk Live at 8 o'clock Eastern. So do look for those shows. Ron is also on Coast to Coast Drones, Drone Therapy, Wednesday nights at 8:30. So all that being said, life is not normal right now. Our complete ways of life here in the United States are disrupted. And you look at the title of tonight's episode, and what I want to kind of do is this is kind of going to be more like a running commentary tonight, more than a show. One of the things first and foremost that I want to say is our thoughts and prayers are with all of those that are directly affected by COVID-19 in any way, shape, or form. We pray for recovery. We pray for healing. We pray that situations get taken care of, and we pray that we can get this halted. And I think one of the things I put in the title, this is way more than drones, and it's right. It's way more than drones. A lot of us now are facing shut-in, and it sounds like it's going to go, that shut-in is going to go to more states. From my understanding, it's not going to be done at the federal level, but it's going to be done at the state level. And I think this is a good thing. This is an unprecedented event that we're having in our country. This is not like a snowstorm up north. I was telling Valerie the other night, this is not like a snowstorm. This is way more than just being shut in from school and not going to school for a few days, or not getting outside, to get groceries. This is very real. And this is showing now that it's affecting young people as well. It's cutting across everything. So I think they're doing the right thing in shutting down these states. And even our state here in Florida, the hashtag shutdown Florida is trending on Twitter right now. And the reasons it's trending on Twitter is, our governor is been very lax here. And I feel he's been under responsive in dealing with this. And as you can see, there's still people on beaches, and there's still, he's trying to shut down the beaches, but, he needs to put some muscle behind this, and find a way to legally shut these beaches down, and also just to shut Florida down to non-essential services. There's been some other models like Ohio where they're not in a total lockdown, but it's just very essential services. And both of my sons are out on the front line. My one son is in retail, and my other son works in food service at an assisted living facility. So, and just this, what I'll call general stupidity that's going around. It's everybody knows how this spreads. Okay. It's very easy. And, the government has put out some guidelines. And by the way, this isn't Republican. This isn't Democrat. Okay. COVID-19 hits everybody. Okay. It doesn't discriminate. It doesn't care whether you're young or old. You can get it. All right. And it doesn't matter whether you're Republican or Democrat. All right. And you need to put this stuff aside. The government has set aside some incredible guidelines, and unfortunately, people are choosing to ignore these timelines. And all you have to do is to go watch a video of what's going on over in Italy, what it's like to be on a respirator. You don't want to be on a respirator, people. You 22-year-olds that are out on the beach partying and thinking you're invincible, you can get it too. Young people are getting this. And like I said, it doesn't discriminate. So, my advice as far as this is concerned is heed what the government says. Practice social distancing. Wash your hands. This is not something that is being done lightly. This is something that is being taken very seriously by a lot of people. The other day, right now, and just let me back up here a little bit and tell you about our situation. Valerie and I are working from home right now. And the reason I am working from home is I have underlying health conditions. And it's paramount that I not get exposed. In fact, when we went out to get groceries the other day, we used a service called Instacart. We went to Publix, and there's a Publix where you can pull into the spot, call a phone number, and they dropped all our groceries in the bed of my pickup truck. We had no human contact whatsoever. And what surprised me during this was the number of people that are still out and about, and the number of people that are not practicing social distancing at all. If we want to curb this thing, if we want to regain, our style of life, so to speak, if we want to try to get some semblance of normal, okay, we need to heed what the government's telling us right now. We need to practice social distancing. We need to practice, good hygiene. We need to stay away from those that are sick, and that if we do get sick, we need to follow the guidelines. We need to self-isolate, or we need to quarantine ourselves until this is passed. And, I can't emphasize this enough. I don't know. I don't know why, people aren't heeding this. This is one of these things that is absolutely positively boggling my mind. So, I just, and it's frustrating. It's very, very frustrating. I don't have anything else to say except, this is our new norm for a while, and I would suggest doing things to occupy yourself. YouTube is a great medium for this. For example, I saw NFL opened up NFL Game Day for free subscriptions for everybody. So you can watch past Super Bowls, just a whole library of great videos to watch. That's one thing. I heard that new movies are being released out on Amazon. Brand new movies that were supposed to go to theaters are coming out on Amazon. There are creative things to do at home. Try playing board games. Try playing Monopoly. Be creative with some of the things you can do at home. One of the other things we're doing is we're also using Instacart to have items delivered to the house, and we're wiping those items down with, I spray Clorox bleach on a paper towel, and then wipe all the items down before we bring them in the house, and then I practice good sanitization. So our country needs a lot of prayer right now. Steve Mack, thank you for joining me tonight. Appreciate that. This is a very trying time, and it's not just for the United States. It's hitting everybody. It's hitting Canada. It's hitting Mexico. It's hitting Europe, and it's hitting Italy extremely hard right now. One of the other things I can say to Larry, welcome. Thank you for joining tonight. Appreciate your stopping by. One of the other things, use social media. Stay in touch with your family and friends. It costs nothing as long as you have a webcam on your computer. You can talk to your friends. Do that and engage with that. And one of the other things I want to say too is don't consume some during the day and be informed, but don't go overboard, because it's just you can't, it boggles your mind after a while. You get too much, and it just overwhelms you. So my advice is, to just take a step back. For me, I'm fortunate, at 8 to 5, I'm working, which is good. It gets my mind off of things. It kind of keeps me preoccupied. Today, we kept up with our normal weekend routines. We did laundry, we did cleaning, cleaned the bathrooms, got stuff ready for the work week coming up. So, it's just, just follow a normal routine, as much as you possibly can. And I'm very thankful that, I'm able to work from home, and I'm very thankful for my company for giving me the opportunity to do this. And just try to live your life as normally as possible, even though you're in, it's just such a different situation. Like I said, this isn't like a snow day, or this isn't even, the incredible disaster that a hurricane could be. This is a lot more than that. It's more than a 1 or 2 day event. This is something that is going to be going on for a while. And and the other thing that I have to say is, shame on those people who are hoarding. And I say this as, I had to actually go out on eBay to find toilet paper. Okay. I've looked high and low, and I was able to find it, and I wasn't too happy with what I had to pay for it, but it's one of those things. And Valerie ordered some. It's not coming till April 23rd. We found some online. And there are lots of those online. Did I work from home? Yeah, Steve, I did. We had telecommuting 2 days a week, which was great. And I'm very happy with that. It's a nice break from having to drive into the office. I can kind of save gasoline that way, and wear and tear on my car, which is real nice. It's just, and one of the things that I think, people need to understand in all of this, it will eventually pass. But the more that we do right now, the sooner it's going to pass. In other words, if we follow these lockdowns, if we practice social distancing, if we practice good hygiene, if we practice quarantining, if God forbid, if we get it, quarantine yourself. Don't get others infected. If we practice these things, this is going to make all the difference in the world. And one of the other things I have to say too is, it's so important to keep your immunity system built up. I'm taking extra vitamin C. I'm taking extra vitamin D. Those have been shown to really help. I'm trying to drink plenty of fluids, and I'm trying to get a good night's sleep. It hasn't been easy lately. Because it's had all of us on edge. That's one of the things that I can say. So, I don't really have a whole lot more to say other than this. And, I just want to let everybody know. I want to thank everybody on the Bill the Drone Reviewer Network, on both Limited Edition channel and the Bill the Drone Reviewer channel, and also the Facebook group and the Facebook page. Thank you so much for your support. We really appreciate it. We're gonna go forward with our shows this week, and we're not gonna really focus on the pandemic, but we're really gonna kind of focus more on things to help take our mind off of it. Like this Tuesday, I can give you a heads up. We're gonna be talking about the Evo 2. Its release is imminent. I'm hearing some good things about that, so we're going to talk some more about that. We're going to talk to Ron and Marcus more about their Zino 2s. They're doing quite a bit of testing. I'm supposed to be getting my Zino 2 this week, which will be exciting. So, and then we're also going to be talking some more about the new Mavic Air 2. So we've got a lot of things to look forward to. Larry, before you can get down to Florida to see him. Yeah. This also means I'll not be able to. Yeah, Larry, I was thinking about the same thing. My stepdaughter was planning on going on vacation, and she had to postpone that. I'm postponing all my medical visits right now. Anything. I have a dental visit coming up in April. I'm gonna just postpone that, and I'm hoping that. Hey, Jeff, good to see you tonight. Thanks for stopping by. I'm hoping that people really heed things. Had to cancel his meetup next weekend in South Carolina. Yeah, wow. See, that's just one of these things. I know both Ron and Marcus. They've gone out recently, and they shoot videos outside their house. Obviously, I have the means to be able to fly behind me, which is fantastic, and I'm blessed with that. But they don't. So Ron, goes to the beach to fly, and there's nobody out there because in the wintertime in New Jersey, the beach it's off season, so nobody's there. So he's able to easily practice, proper self distancing. And with Marcus, he said there were some kids playing basketball at the playground, but he's able to keep a proper distance there as well too. So it's just something that it boggles your mind. You can't really explain it. It's just one of those things. I talked to my wife. I said, this is just absolute insanity. I mean, it's like movie. It's like a movie. It's like you're living through a movie that you see on TV, like World War Z, or that. There was that great show about The Last Ship. It was on one of the God. I'm trying to remember that name, and it was about a virus too. That was wiping out the population, and they came up for a cure with it. It's just kind of surreal. All of this. I don't know what else to say. I mean, we're having to postpone events. I had a friend of mine from high school passed away up in Pittsburgh, and I have to delay the funeral. I mean, it's just, I was very sad to hear that. And, and I'm seeing that being repeated over and over and over again. And, the stark reality is that this is going to be with us for a while. It's going to be, unfortunately, the new norm for a while. And the sooner we practice what the government is telling us to do about this self-distancing and, like I said, Valor and I are pretty much, trying to do the self-isolation kind of thing. The more we practice this, the sooner, that curve will flatten out and will start to go down. I mean, it's really, unfortunately, getting really big and bad in the state of New York right now. The president said that he's sending one of the Navy ships up there to help out with things. The solution is to hunker down. You're right, Jeff. Absolutely. It is going to be challenging, and I never underestimate our nation's ability to rise to the challenge. We'll get through this historic event. Jeff, you're right. It really is something that is just unparalleled in world history. It's just, if you want to, if you can't really compare this to anything that we've gone through. I mean, this isn't like Pearl Harbor. This isn't like 9/11. This is something that is affecting everybody. And, it's just, it's unprecedented. You can't really find any model for anything like this. And, like I said, the more that we practice this self-isolation, getting groceries delivered to us, canceling, all doctor's appointments, all dentist appointments. My wife was supposed to get her hair done this weekend. Her sister was supposed to have a housewarming party this weekend. Church services, most of them are online, and it's thankful for the median of, being able to broadcast over YouTube or Facebook and be able to go to church, something as simple as that. So, it's like, it is going to be a new norm for a while. And, my best advice is, pay heed to what the government is telling you. Okay. Whether you're Republican or Democrat, I think the president said it best, the safety of the American people is my number one priority. And it is. Okay. We need to understand that. And they are doing everything they can within their power to help out. And if there are ways that you can help out, by all means do so without, exposing yourself or your loved ones or putting your loved ones at risk, and I guess one of the other things that I want to say too is, those that are out there on the front lines, the doctors, the nurses, the respiratory therapists, everyone that is in the healthcare profession right now, you know, incredible efforts are being done right now. It's just off the charts. And, our thoughts and prayers are with all of you. And, for stamina, to be able to be a help. And there is hope on the horizon. There is some hope. I know they talked about hydroxychloroquine and Z-Pak, and I'll make a suggestion. If you want to watch a good channel to get updates, it's called Medcram, MEDCRAM.com, on Facebook or on YouTube. And the doctor he goes through and he does a daily update, and it's done very scientifically and very matter-of-factly. And in fact, he talked about hydroxychloroquine and Z-Pak well over a week ago, probably almost a week and a half ago, how they have been treating people in South Korea with this. And South Korea has had a very low mortality rate. They've done a couple of things exceptionally well. They've been the best country at testing, but bar none. They've been fantastic with that. And the other thing they've done well is in their serious cases, they've used, this is what the doctor was saying. They use Z-Pak with hydroxychloroquine, which is, commonly used to treat malaria across the world, and also arthritis. So, there's a lot of hope. They really have, Steve. I'm just, I'm really pleased with that. So, that's all I have for tonight. I want to thank you guys for joining me. I know this wasn't planning for this to be a big production or a big show. It's kind of like just sharing my thoughts, and, while it's drone related in a sense, because it's on my channel, it's not really drone related. It's human being related. And we all belong to this wonderful thing called the human race. And, we need to be there for each other at a time like this right now. There's no time for, any type of disagreements right now. We need to all get along with one another. We need to all support one another. And we all need to be there for one another. So, my email's always open. If you guys ever need to email me for anything, please do so. My email address, BillTheDroneReviewer@gmail.com. If you want to chat, absolutely. That's never a problem. I'm always open for that. My advice to everyone is to practice what the government has been telling you. If you can, shelter in place until this passes, and the sooner the sooner that we all get to practicing this, the sooner that curve will flatten out, and we can get over this hump. And there is hope on the horizon for treatment for this as well too. So be encouraged. Not all is doom and gloom here, but just be prepared for the time being, and enjoy the channels. Okay. You're right, Steve. Wash your hands. Don't touch your face. And stay away from those that are sick. Jeff, thanks so much. I'm just trying to do this. This is more of a public service than anything. Sharing some of my thoughts tonight, and wanting to make sure that everybody knows. This is just. This is something that hits all of us. And like I said, we're all part of this thing called the human race. And I want to thank everybody who's been supporting the channel. I want to really thank my co-hosts, and I can't say enough about Ron Braun, Marcus Crawford, and now Lauren Donauer's joined us as well. They're fantastic to work with. They're great friends. I enjoy chatting with them. We chat a lot offline. We do talk a lot. They're great people. And while we're all in different parts of the country, Lauren's in Alberta, Canada, Ron's in New Jersey, Marcus is in Idaho, I'm in Florida. We still have this wonderful thing called the human race that we're a part of. And my thoughts and prayers are with everyone that is directly affected by this. And my best advice is to follow what the government says, wash your hands, keep distance, stay away from those that are sick. Practice, and, and self-isolate if you can, if you're, if in telecommute, if you have that option with work, and hope. And like I said, the sooner we all do this, the sooner this will get over. So again, I'm not even going to close with, it's a great day to fly. It's just a great day to be alive today. It's a great day to just be thankful, and to be thankful that for each and every day. Take care. Look forward to seeing everybody Tuesday night. We'll be on at 8 o'clock Eastern. We're gonna have some good discussion about drones on Tuesday night. It helps me as well. It's something I look forward to. I look forward to engaging all of you on Tuesday night. Please take care. If you need to engage me and want to share things with me, BillTheDroneReviewer at gmail.com. Always, always, always. Thanks so much again, everybody. Take care and have a great rest of your evening.